5:31 PI, now on iHeartRadio.
Talofalava malo tau te maihuatani. You are listening to Pacific Days with Galo, and welcome to the show. And also welcome to the first ever Miss Pacific Islands pageant review on 5:31 PI, the station that brings our Pacific people together. Now, in the Pacific, beauty pageants like the Miss Heilala, the Miss Tewila, or Miss Hibiscus is a huge deal, and the Miss Pacific Islands pageant is the biggest platform of them all. And for many across the Pacific, the pageant is more than a crown. It is a platform for young women to advocate on health, education, and cultural identity issues that affect our island nations daily. And I would like to introduce to you now our amazing panel for today. Maruseana Sititi, crowned the first runner-up for Miss Samoa 2025. Elsie Polosovai, crowned Miss Solomon Islands 2024. And Kalolaine Funganitao, crowned Miss Tonga 2018. Our stunning beauty queens on our panel today. Talofalava, halo leketa, malo elele. Ladies, welcome. We are so thrilled to have you on the show. Malo Alpito for joining us on Pacific Days.
Thank you for having us.
Beautiful intro.
You are so welcome. Now, we'll start with you, Maruseana. You were born into a very recognizable family. You were the sister of star All Black Wallace Sititi and daughter of legendary Manu Samoa forward Samoa Sititi. Tell us more about yourself, what you do, but also what made you enter the pageant.
Wow. Thank you for the question. Yeah, whaptai mo le awanoa, ta'alofalava, ma lo'ole soifua maua mo le langi mama. My name is Maruseana Olivia Sititi. I am from the beautiful islands of Samoa, raised in the villages of Alafua and Lotopa, Tufulele, Sa'afa To'olefanga, and Fotasi Falealili. I am a graduate of the University of Auckland. I love anything to do with performing arts, really, culture, and I do a bit of modeling on the side.
Nice.
And I'm your Miss Tapa Creation 2025. One of the reasons why I wanted to join for Miss Samoa, it's always been a childhood dream of mine to be on the stage, but it's also an advocacy for my culture, my heritage, and as well as representing women who feel that it might be too late to chase a dream that they feel is too big. But I'm here wanting to inspire women to feel that it's never too late to achieve your dream.
Whawhetai, Maruseana. Elsie, we go to you. You represented the Solomon Islands with so much love and grace and humility. You are a young woman of many talents, from acting to a beauty queen. Tell us more about yourself and what prompted you to enter the pageant.
Yes, hello everyone. Thank you for having me here. Hello. I'm Elsie Polosovai. I come from the villages of Bina and Koyo in Malaita province, and Panarui and Vuruleke in Choiseul province of the Solomon Islands. I entered the pageant specifically to challenge myself on another different audience. I think I enjoyed performing arts, just as you said, and it's a different space to perform for our Pacifica people. As much as it's grounding, it can also be challenging. So I think I wanted to challenge myself in that space, in that area, just to see what I can bring to the table and what I can back myself up with. And I did learn a lot. I grew a lot from that platform. So yeah, now I'm here today. Opportunities like this to sit with ladies in this same space, and also women that are passionate about our culture and our Pacific people. So yeah, I'm grateful to be here.
Thank you too much. So lovely, Elsie. And of course, Kalolaine, you were crowned Miss Tonga 2018 and made every Kiwi Tongan incredibly proud of your journey. Tell us more about yourself, Kalolaine, and what made you enter the Miss Heilala pageant.
Thank you for the introductions you've given, and also to the lovely ladies who have preceded me. Malolele, everyone. My name is Galo. I have done so many introductions with all of my names, so I think we'll keep it to Galo. Mum looks happy about that. In terms of the villages I come from, my dad comes from Whamotu, so as soon as you land in Tonga, you're in my home ground. And Mum comes from Mawhanga, Makave and Udui. I'm sure there are probably many other places. I know I've skipped over Mum, so I do apologise, but too many villages to name. I like to think of all of Tonga as possibly places that I have kinship ties to.
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel a bit old, I should say.
No, that would be me.
But in terms of maybe just bouncing off what these girls have talked about,
Korea.
my reasons for joining the pageant, at the time I was enthusiastic about education, and to this day I still am, and having not necessarily a role model, but perhaps a public example of a Pacific Oceanic female who is pursuing higher education.
Yeah.
And that's definitely been something that the elders have always asked of us kids, is to keep faith and prayer first, and then your education following right after. So to me it made sense to continue on with uni. The journey was a bit longer than most because I really wanted to see what was out there. But I thought surely the pageant is a place where one can talk about how cool it is to do uni, and also that there are others like myself at the time who are doing something similar or even something a little bit different. So
Malo, Vito, Galo, beautiful. Now, this is the fun part. This is the fun part where we get to review the Miss Pacific Islands Pageant 2026 that was held in Fiji last week. Miss Fiji, as you know, was crowned on Saturday night, while Papua New Guinea's Yampela Popena and Samoa was first runner-up, and Samoa's Ilinga Noa Whiangai Mali'isoti was the second runner-up. But the results have sparked a lot of criticism online, with questions raised over the scoring by the judges. You have Anna Bice from the Miss Papua New Guinea team. She told ABC Pacific she was disappointed by the result of the pageant, and of course is requesting organisers to share the judges' scorecard. But the question I want to ask you, ladies, do you think the rightful winner was chosen on the night? Oh, we'll go to you, Elsie. We'll start with you, Elsie.
Yeah, for sure. It's a really hard thing to say or to judge, because judges are people and we can't please everyone. Just as we've seen from last year's pageant, during my time, that was also a very interesting turnout of events.
Yes.
So I think to say... there has to be one winner at the end of the day. But we do back our people up very strongly, so that loyalty can come out in ways that are not so pleasant, I'll say. But I do congratulate the current Miss Pacific Islands, and I believe all the girls, it's a really good caliber of girls. They're all quite strong in their own connection to their cultural backgrounds. Whatever the results, I just hope people don't see the validity of girls or their cultural backgrounds from the lens of 5 judges that rank them for say on stage. So I think that's my response to that.
Did you have a favourite though? I know all of us have a favourite. Did you have a favourite? What was your favourite?
I did quite enjoy watching Miss PNG, of course, my Melanesian sister. Yampela, I feel like she did really well for someone of her age as well. She's only 19 years old, I heard.
Very young.
It's pretty impressive.
Yes, very.
But I also quite enjoyed watching Miss Samoa.
Yes.
Because I knew her from TikTok, from social media platforms, so it was quite nice to see her being in a different platform, but still carrying her same personality, and she was able to bring that there, which was quite refreshing to see, because I think it's easy to try and fit a mold of what a Pacific Island queen should be, but it's quite nice to have her be herself on that platform as well.
Thank you for sharing that, because as you know, I'm Tongan. I'm very proud of Miss Tonga. She did amazing, but I had my favorites, and they were definitely Miss PNG and Miss Samoa. They were very strong right from the very beginning, and I was very, very impressed with them. We'll go to you, Maruseana. Did you want to share your thoughts on
I agree. I personally don't really have a problem with the results. I think for me, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and unfortunately, some may not be as nice, I guess. But I am very excited for Miss Fiji. I could see even before she was crowned the amount of criticism she was already getting, and so her resilience speaks volume. And so I really do pray over her journey from here on out, and I do believe that she has the potential as well to serve our Pacific, as well as each contestant who competed.
Lovely. And Kalolaine, would you like to share your thoughts as well?
Sure. Full disclosure, I don't keep up with
That's right.
pageants, and one of the reasons for that is because of my personal experience. But it's interesting that even though I'm not actively watching or seeing things on social media, I'm still hearing conversations either from friends or family members. So I think my take as somebody who hasn't been watching is the same behaviours continue to be exhibited, and it doesn't matter who wins. I think people they'll feel a certain type of way regardless of the results, and there will always be avenues by which they look to try and justify those, and certainly some of those might be justified and they can validate them. But I hear that one of the contestants or a family members had rallied around her and said, look, this is somebody's daughter and somebody's sister, and that's something that we should always be reflecting on, regardless of whether it's in a pageant setting. I think just in your day-to-day, someone might do something, you may not agree with it, but we should try and be as graceful as possible in our responses. And if there is a issue to be looked at, definitely go down those routes, but do them as nicely or as well as you can, so as to not further create problems.
Now, because you didn't know much about it, I just want to remind you the category winners: Best Sarong, Miss Tonga, Maruseana Sititi; Best Interview, Miss Fiji, I Love a Samuels; Best Traditional Inspired Attire, Miss PNG, Ian Pela Popena; and Best Talent, Miss Cook Islands, Petra Mataiti. But I want to ask you, Maruseana and Elsie, who were your favourites? Best Sarong, Best Interview. It's just fun to share your personal views and opinion about what you liked the most.
With Best Sarong, I really did like Miss Lala and her performance as well. But I also really enjoyed watching Miss PNG. I loved her
presentation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she could literally wear anything and she would just sell it.
And she's 19 years old. I had to check myself that she was 19 and she did an amazing presentation. Elsie?
I think I'm the same as you. I do enjoy all of the girls, but it's quite different what Impela brought to stage. I think it's the way she dances to the music is very different, and I think she's quite stunning in how she does it.
I thought it was very unique. I've never seen any other Miss do that on a Pacific Island pageant, and I thought this is her PNG culture, and she showed us a different way to present the sarong. It was stunning to watch.
Sure was.
Best Talent. I'll be honest. Did you like PNG?
I like PNG, but I also really, really enjoyed Miss American Samoa.
The DJ. She did it. She was a DJ.
This video.
She got the whole crowd up. Tara was up.
She was. What was it? She was DJ. What was the name that?
Stoffel.
There you go. And she was a DJ, and she played all the songs that we love in any Pacific Island setting. It was amazing. She got the whole crowd onto their feet.
I don't think anyone's
done that before. It was so hard to touch.
That was really cool.
And of course, best traditional inspired attire, Miss PNG, I thought was different. Never seen it before, so she brought that. What are your thoughts, Elsie?
I also did like Miss Tonga's one.
Yes.
Only because it all flowed.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just pleasing, really nice
Yeah.
to look at.
And you want to wear it.
Yeah, it looks
that's right.
really nice.
Yeah.
And of course, Miss PNG's one, she did a really good job incorporating all 1,000 tribes.
Yes.
I think she did her very best on that. I know that's a hard thing, especially for countries like Melanesia. So, yeah, commend her for that. She did really good.
Maruseana, did you have any
same
favorite?
here with Miss Heilala as well. I loved
Yeah.
her traditional wear.
Yeah.
PNG, yes. I also really like Miss Fiji's
Yes.
and Miss Samoa.
And also, I actually really liked Miss Kiribasa's as well,
Yes.
because she had like 3 or 4 layers, or like 3 layers.
Yeah.
Like she took one off and it kept. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Okay, we'll go to your highs and lows. If you want to share highs and lows of the pageant, we'll start with you, Maruseana. Highlights and maybe lows for you.
I enjoyed watching Miss Samoa's pre-pageant actually interview.
Yes.
The moment that she followed the fala,
That-
I was like, that's respect.
Yeah.
Because where we're from, when you sit down, there's that fa'aloalo,
Yeah.
or that respect in our culture where you just speak with humility. And I feel that she really tackled the topic that she had as well with her pre-pageant. I enjoyed watching Miss Heilala's journey as well as Miss PNG's journey.
Yeah, I love it. And Elsie?
I haven't really watched much of pre-pageant interview. I did watch highlights because
Yes.
it's hard to come
Yeah.
past highlights. They're everywhere on social media.
Yeah.
But I quite like that concept as well of sitting down to have a talk, talanoa, talk story. I think it's quite symbolic for her to do that, and I don't remember anyone doing that as well in the previous pageants, to sit down
Yeah.
and have a conversation when she's presenting her speech topic. So that was quite refreshing as well to see. What else is there? No, I haven't watched too much of pre-pageant, but I did catch a glimpse of crowning night while I was at work. So
They all did. You were absolutely right, Maruseana. They did amazing with the pre-pageant. But yes, Miss Samoa was very unique and different when she did the Fofola Goifala, Kaiwhai Talanoa, which is the same in our Tongan language, culture as well. Now, as much as we love the beauty queens and all the amazing things that come with it, there's always, every year, the controversial world of our Pacific Island pageant. And I know that AB Pacific did an amazing documentary, you were in it, Elsie, about, corruption and colorism and bullying. So Kalolaine, most of us Tongans remembers when you did your final speech at the Miss Heilala pageant in 2019. That is where you decided to speak about bullying and corruption and favoritism. And I thought that was incredibly brave of you. No one has ever done that before. What prompted you, Galo, to speak up that night on that platform?
Certainly the months leading up to it. I think the entire year of my reign, there were things happening in the background, and frustration had built up, lots of miscommunication.
Goya.
Also seeing things that were being done even in the 2 weeks of the 2019 pageant, seeing the comments that were being made by people that I didn't think were appropriate, especially for young girls.
Goya.
But also empathizing with those girls and reflecting back on the year prior in 2018 when I had heard those comments directed towards myself or other pageant girls, but we were of course much too exhausted, too stressed to be able to fully understand how it impacted us. So the cumulative of all of that then resulted in me saying the speech that I did. There was, of course, the instance where earlier that morning, I think it was maybe 4 a.m, something ridiculous like that, we'd returned from the previous night's events, and I saw a group chat that had a lot of comments and some not so very kind ones towards myself, and Mum and I had raised it with
The committee.
the Ministry of Tourism and the committee at the time, because it involved people who were active. But nothing was done, and so I thought, okay, do I just say my nice speech, thank everybody, and move on, crowning the next girl knowing what I know, or should I use that as a time to share the honest truth of what happens in the background, at least what's happened to me in the background, and if I cop flack for it, it is what it is. That's what's happened to me. You can't tell me any different, and I'll just live with it. And of course, there were some things that happened afterwards, but it hasn't. I don't look back on it and think to myself, I should have never said what I said.
Exactly.
So I still stand by it years later.
Well, you, for me, you show true leadership. You spoke up at a time that everyone else will just, in our culture, brush it under the rug, don't talk about that stuff. But you showed true leadership by standing up and standing up for yourself, but also for all the young Pacific girls, young Tongan girls who will come after you. So I commend you for that, Kalolaine. Ka take pia koe tau taimi. We will jump to the next question, Galo. Malo for sharing that. So, with only 5 Melanesian winners in a 38 history of the pageant, do you think that our Pacific Islands pageant has a colorism issue? I will start with you, Elsie.
I can't say no, only because I believe our platform and our pageants are a reflection of our society. And just seeing how people were so open and so willingly comfortable to talk, how they talk about women on our public platforms says a lot about what we tolerate in our societies as well. So yes, I guess that the five ladies that have held the title in comparison to our other Polynesian sisters, it could say something about our society, but we can't really just play on that as well, because it kind of makes us feel smaller. We just say, there's not many of us that have the title. So if you're telling that to another girl that's coming in, it might be a bit discouraging. That's how I felt when I came into the pageant, thinking, we didn't have that many title holders from Melanesia. It can be a bit of a discouraging thing, but I think there is issues like colorism that exist, and I openly talk about it on my platforms as well. But it's one thing to just talk about it, it's one thing to take action, because it can be frustrating just dancing around the topic and not really offering ways to resources or sort of knowledge to help people really evaluate what they're doing wrong in their own homes and their own societies and such. But
Maruseana, would you like to share your thoughts?
As much as I also want to say no, it's...
We know it happens,
it does happen.
We know it is there. I mean, you only need to jump on social media to see the colorism, the races, or the racial discrimination among darker skinned young women in our Pacific pageants.
And I feel for everyone who would feel that way, because it's never the girl's fault, and it shouldn't be the girl's fault, but the reality is there's people who actually do talk about that, and there's facts or there's truth amongst that, but that also needs to be addressed, just so we can create a much better and safer world, Pacific society for all of us to thrive in. We shouldn't have to feel separated or isolated or diminished.
Now, the aftermath of our Pacific Islands pageant is always heavily impacted by intense cyberbullying and toxic online commentary. You've all been there. You've all been on that platform. How do you deal with cyberbullying? Elsie?
I just put my phone away for a bit. Try not to I turn off notifications for social media, just limit my exposure to these things, because as much as we say we can just read them and it doesn't phase us, it's already gone into your head, so it'll come out, maybe not now, but maybe later. So I think I kind of just limit my exposure to social media and to following up on spaces that have a lot of comments, because once you see one comment, it's so easy to go and look for more, especially if it's like about you. It's really easy to go look for that, and because you're very conscious of it, it's going to keep coming up. That's what you notice.
Kalolaine?
Similar to Elsie, and also one of the reasons why I don't keep up with any pageant.
I understand.
So trying not to, I guess, get looped into an algorithm that will bring all of that to the fore. So that also means I don't have social media apps on my phone. I will only go on if there are family members who are using particular ones, and that's how they communicate. So Instagram, I can go on if I need to, but even with that, things still come out. So I found that having a solid, robust support network really got me through when I was in the pageant and even post-pageant. So mother, thank you, my siblings, my cousins, my church community,
Great village,
who most of them are not Pacific, but they had heard about what had happened, so having that prayer and faith to shield and push you through, very helpful.
Maruseana?
Oh, very much the same with my two sisters here. I see a comment, and if it's directed towards me, it's human in me to feel hurt. But at the same time, I think to myself, oh, that's great. But I don't really act on it. I just also, like Galo and Elsie, surround myself around my prayer warriors, my support system, and just keep doing what I enjoy doing. Really.
Do you think pageantry should continue the Miss Pacific Islands pageant? Elsie?
I think we should ask ourselves, what do we want it to become? Because it is quite a hard space to turn around in, let's say next year. We want to make it better next year. But it's kind of a hard thing to answer, because I think I've been defending it only because I've been part of it. And it's just the easier thing to say, like, it's okay, we'll just do better. But I think it's important if it comes to a point when we should know what's our limits and whether how many people this system is benefiting and how many it's not, just to really rethink all that. But I believe if it was to continue, it shouldn't be what it is today, or what we know is today.
Maruseana?
No, I agree. There definitely should be a change, and change in action, especially. But I would encourage, I say, like, my Pacific sisters as well, to go for it. But at the same time, be very careful and understand what you're going into and what you want to do even after, because a pageant shouldn't be one's whole world, because you have so much more to offer, crown or no crown.
Popo and Kalolaine?
I think that because the road to Miss Pacific Islands is your individual nation's pageant, and there are good bones in those pageants, but I think those bones could be fleshed out much better, and that should then be reflected in what I think we all are hoping for at the Miss Pacific Islands level, where there's a clear, unifying, aligned purpose across all the countries that are coming together, and there should be just as equally robust safeguards and guardrails for the girls and for their teams that are joining. I looked at the 2019 Hey Lola and tried to think of it before I went there as not merely a pageant, but rather a almost conference-like opportunity for girls of the same background, ethnicity-wise, to come together from all parts of the world and foster this unique network and relationship. And if that could also be reflected in Miss Pacific Islands,
That'd be amazing.
there are so many other great things that could come out of it than just the crown for that one person at the end of that.
I love it. Now, as we wrap up, would you like to add anything else that is important to you about the pageant? We'll start with you, Maruseana.
I think one of the best advice that I've gotten would just be to simply be yourself. It's so hard to go into a space such as pageantry and because you have so many voices in your head, so many people telling you who to be, but just simply be yourself and know that you are your own Miss Samoa, you are your own Miss Heilala, you are your own Miss Solomon Islands in your own way.
Malo, Whawhitai, and Elsie?
I would say the same. It's really important to know yourself before you step into a public space where everyone is validated to their own opinions. So definitely know how to back yourself up. Be sure of yourself before you can represent a whole country, a whole community of people. But at the end of the day, not letting a judging panel or a criteria sort of justify who you are, but being sure of that beforehand.
Thank you, Tumas and Galo.
If you're an individual and or a team who are going to compete, start with prayer. Always start the day with prayer, always end the day with prayer. Make sure that you're keeping yourself in a good space, and if you're not, looking to your support network around you. As I'm sure it was a father who had spoken about his child, for those who aren't competing but who are watching or hearing things, unless it's positive, there's no need for you to share. Remember that it is somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, and you wouldn't want that for someone that you know and love. And if you disagree, that's fine, but be graceful in your disagreements.